One of the legends says that it was here where Princess Wanda jumped into the Vistula River. Skoczów town appears on the map drawn in 1603 by Abraham Ortelius, a famous cartographer from Antwerp. Skoczów has been destroyed 3 times by great fires. The first broke out in 1470. After the second, in 1713, the whole town was ablaze. In the third fire in 1756, more than 100 homesteads burned. Skoczów is a town of craftsmen. The first tanner's workshop opened in the 19th century. In 1860, the first Silesian factory of blankets, lap rugs and traditional overcoats was opened, where amongst other things blankets for the army of the Austro-Hungarian Empire were made. Hats made of hair and wool felt in Skoczów were considered fine craftsmanship. We invite you to a quite remarkable place, a place found on the Greenways International Bike Trail, which stretches from Kraków through Moravia to Vienna. Saint John Sarkander was born in Skoczów. In February 1620, he led a procession with the Blessed Sacrament in Holeszów, showing the attacking Lisowczyce mercenaries that the town they were attacking was Catholic. The Lisowczyce retreated. But the Moravian Protestants blamed Sarkander for drawing Polish troops to their lands and accused him of high treason. He died without confessing, despite suffering brutal torture at the hands of his captors. 375 years later, he was canonized by Pope John Paul II. The first notes referring to the Skoczów parish of the Holy Apostles Peter and Paul date back to 1447 and are related to the tribute paid to the Roman Catholic Church by Catholic states in the Middle Ages. The amounts appeared in the so-called list of Peter's pence. The tribute was reintroduced by Pope Pius IX in 1871 and has continued until this day. The parish of the Holy Apostles Peter and Paul owns, amongst other things, the John Sarkander Museum in Skoczów. This is where Reverend Wojciech Gagatkowski baptized John Sarkander in 1576 at Christmas. The small church was connected with a shelter for the homeless and the elderly. The shelter, known as the infirmary, included 12 rooms and 25 beds. In time, the term infirmary also became a common name for the church. The Old People's Home was closed down in 1951, but the name has remained. The view from the Kaplicówka hill was greatly admired by Emperor Franz Joseph I. Chroniclers noted that in 1886 the emperor visited his forests in Wisła and Istebna, where he admired a panorama of Skoczów. Kaplicówka is a special place for Catholics. The chapel of St. John Sarkander is found here, along with a great papal cross from Mohowiec Airport. On the 22nd of May 1995, Pope John Paul II celebrated Mass at this site. On the way to Kaplicówka for a meeting with the Skoczów Lutherans, Pope John Paul II announced, "Our meeting is testimony to our mutual search for the roads to Christian unity, according to the will of our Master and Lord, that we may all be one." At baptism, he was given the name of Augustine. On the 25th of August, 1891, the most famous teacher of Skoczów, the writer Gustav Morcinek, was born in Karwin. The miners from the coal mine where he worked as a teenager collected money for his education. Thanks to them, he graduated from the Polish Teachers' College in Biała. Mining was a significant subject in his work. During World War II, he was a prisoner in Nazi concentration camps. He turned down a proposal made by the Germans to sign the Volksliste in return for freedom. Ohaby is one of the 10 villages in Skoczów municipality. This is where the Dream Park has been created, a place especially for the youngest visitors. It's a place where everyone can stand eyeball to eyeball with a dinosaur, have a peek inside the oceanarium, and face their fears, conquering one of the trails in the rope park. The Dream Park is also a place where in only a few moments you can see the greatest monuments of world architecture from close up. Monuments in miniature form. Skoczów municipality is full of these kind of places. Places where you can freshen up and relax after hitting the tourist trail. Skoczów is renowned far and wide for active recreation. The Skoczów Sport and Recreation Center features a football pitch, swimming pool with 25-meter pool, children's pool and water slide for children, tennis courts, gym, aerobics room and a bowling alley. Skoczów municipality is a place where agritourism has a lot to offer. People who want to escape from the hustle and bustle of the city are increasingly drawn to these kind of farm stays. Also in Skoczów municipality is a stud farm in Ohaby. In 1975, the derby was won by Arabella, a mare from this farm. The stallion Decalogue was in the team for the Olympic Games in Athens in 2004. The horses Datsun and Grot won the junior championships in Italy and the United Kingdom. Ochaby is also a place where lovers of recreational horse riding get together. Skoczów means tourism, sports and recreation. That's why visit Skoczów.